Today, we're talking about 12 absolutely genius hacks that plant experts use to save them time and money, as well as keeping plants super healthy. And we're still gaining on Plant Arena, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so that we can achieve our goal of catching her up by the end of the year. Maybe. The first hack is one I owe to the viewers of this channel, and is one that can mean the difference between having a healthy, blemish-free plant to one that has those annoying brown tips on the leaves. I've mentioned tap water being the primary reason to plants getting brown leaves a couple of times recently, and my advice up until this point has been to use alternatives like collecting rainwater or using distilled or filtered water. These options do have their own issues with regards to convenience and cost, and probably means that most of you are just sticking to using tap water and living with the problems it causes. Well, no need, my plant friends. There is an alternative that is well known in the aquarium world and that has only come to my attention thanks to my viewers. What is it? Water conditioners that make tap water safe for fish by removing chlorine, chloramine and heavy metals from the water. This will be fantastic for your sensitive plants. We do need to find one that doesn't alter the pH of the water, because this can cause problems for our houseplants. A good option therefore is API Stress Coat Water Conditioner, which is an international product that you should be able to pick up from your local pet store or buy online. In fact, I've got this listed in my Amazon store that you can find in the description to this video. The great thing about this is that a little goes a long way. You only need to add a tiny amount to the water, which means the bottle should last a very long time, making it pretty cost effective, especially compared to distilled water. I've started using this every time I fill up my watering can to water my plants, and I will let you know in future videos how much of a difference it's making. It's often said that there are two certainties in life: death and taxes. Well, whoever coined that phrase clearly didn't have plants, because the third certainty in life is fungus gnats. Let me know in the comments how long you've been fighting the fungus gnat war. I tell you, it's like the Great War in my house. Fungus gnats live and lay their eggs in the top 2 inches of soil, are incredibly hard to get rid of once the cycle starts. But what if there isn't any soil? This is where the war turns in our favour, plant friends. It's a surprisingly little known fact that plants can actually live in just water. They don't necessarily need soil. I've recently posted a couple of YouTube and TikTok videos on this subject, and I've lost count of the number of comments saying that the plant will die because of root rot. TikTok really is the place where people speak their minds, and that's putting it mildly. Plants don't rot when growing in just water. It's the lack of oxygen in waterlogged soil that does the damage. This is why it's important to clean off as much of the soil as possible when transferring a plant from soil to water. So keep your plant in a vase with some decorative pebbles so that gnats don't have a chance to start their family in your home. The bonus is that it looks gorgeous too. All you need to do for maintenance is change the water every couple of weeks and add liquid feed once a month. If you've got a Monstera deliciosa in your house, you'll know all about aerial roots. These ugly looking black roots have a tendency to grow more prolifically than the actual plant, and will take over your house if you don't have a plan for them. The plant uses these as anchor points to grip onto surrounding trees in the jungle so they can grow higher up to the canopy and access the natural light. Most folks cut these off when they get too long, but this is such a waste. We can instead direct them into the soil of the plant so that they turn into roots and strengthen the growth of the plant. When the plant creeps along the jungle floor and then up the surrounding trees, it strengthens itself through the aerial roots as they access moisture and nutrients as they grip onto the tree. If the plant didn't do this, then it would be reliant on the moisture and nutrients at the base of the plant, which might not be enough. So I started doing this last year rather than cutting them off, and my monsteras seem much happier with faster and healthier foliage growth. Don't follow the hack where you put the aerial roots into a container of water. This will turn them into water roots and will be detrimental to the plant in the long run. Lee at Kill This Plant talks about this in lots of detail on his channel, so you should check that out after this. Climbing plants are one of the most popular types of plants out there, and for good reason. Who doesn't love a pothos or a philodendron? The problem is though that people are often keeping these plants in their home in the wrong way. It is fairly uncommon knowledge, but houseplants shouldn't really be hanging down from the pot if we want to get the best out of them. They should instead be encouraged to climb up something, just like how they would attach onto and climb up the surrounding trees in the jungle. This is when the leaves start to grow big and proud, and we end up with a really big specimen. The problem I've always found though is finding a suitable prop for the vines to climb up. I've tried bamboo sticks from the garden and moss poles, which are fine, but something I'm really into at the moment is using those plastic hooks that you can stick onto your wall for the vines to attach onto and climb up your wall. Simply stick a few of these on your wall, put your plant next to the wall, and watch it cover it in no time. Your friends will really think you have a jungle in your home. I've got a Pothos Devil's Ivy in my dining room that I'm slowly training along my picture rail so that it snakes around my room, and I've used plastic hooks to support the vines. And it's progressing really nicely. Give it a try and let me know how you get on. This next hack is a thrifty way to feed your plants when you run out of fertilizer or just want a cheap homemade option that is great for your plants. I use Miracle-Gro liquid feed, and the main problem with this is that it's synthetic. Now, I'm not too concerned about being organic or anything, but using synthetic fertilizer increases the risk of fertilizer root burn if you get the dosage wrong as compared to natural fertilizer. And I just so happen to have a fantastic recipe that is easy to make and is packed with natural nitrogen that is vital for strong, healthy growth. All you need is a few ingredients from your kitchen. Grab yourself a container and add a heaped teaspoon of good old-fashioned Scottish porridge oats. The Scottish part is optional. Grab a tea bag and empty the content into the container. Now add approximately 1 litre or 35 fluid ounces of boiling water and let it steep for 1 hour. The mixture should turn a nice deep golden colour. Strain it and use it to water your plants. You don't have to use it straight away. It stores pretty well in the fridge for a week or two. The beauty of this mixture is that it's 100% natural, so can't harm your plants. And it also smells great and turbocharges the growth of your plants. Who doesn't love a snake plant? Surely this plant lives in almost every home in the world. It's so popular. It's pretty easy to grow, can handle being neglected, and looks nice too. A perfect combination for folks wanting to plonk a plant in the corner of a room and forget about it. Most plant enthusiasts know that this plant can be propagated by division. This is where the plant is teased apart at the roots and divided into multiple clumps that grow up to be their own individuals. But did you know you can also grow multiple plants from just a single leaf? This plant is pretty remarkable in that it will readily grow roots from wherever we make a cut on a leaf, and from there new shoots will appear. All we need to do is take a single leaf from the base of our mother plant. Try and cut it underneath the soil line to hide the cut and keep your plant looking neat and tidy. Grab your scissors and cut the leaf up into sections about 3 inches in size, remembering which way is up and which way is down. Put the bottom end in a substrate of your choice, and I often use water, and then put it somewhere bright and wait for roots to appear in a couple of weeks. When roots are a couple of inches long, you can pot them up into soil and new plants will be born. You've just grown multiple snake plants from a single leaf. Nifty. I've spoken of the dangers of over-fertilizing your plants a few times on this channel, and this is a concern that worries lots of new plant enthusiasts with a tendency to not bother fertilizing over fear of killing their plant. I've already suggested a fantastic homemade natural recipe in this video, but if you don't want to make your own and are concerned about dosage, then a great way to manage this is to water your plants every time with a diluted solution. This takes the pressure off your shoulders and ensures your plants get a consistent feed throughout the growing season. So let's run through an example. The dosage for Miracle-Gro water-soluble fertilizer is 1 small capful of granules to 1 litre of water. So instead of doing this every month and watering as normal for the other 3 weeks, you could cut the dosage to 1/4 of a capful to 1 litre of water and use it every time you water your plants. I tend to water once a week and fertilise once a month during the growing season, so 1/4 of a cap is a sensible amount to use. The solution is dilute enough that you won't cause fertiliser root burn, and you'll never forget to fertilise your plants. If you're a plant propagator like me, then you'll probably be using rooting hormone to help your cuttings along in growing roots. I normally pick this up from my local big box store, but I find it can be fairly expensive and it's a real bind when I run out and I'm in the middle of making cuttings. There are a couple of options though that can be used that you probably have in your home, and one of them is your aloe vera plant. Aloe vera gel works as a rooting hormone because it contains compounds like auxins and gibberellins that promote the natural root growth in your plant, making it perfect for propagation. To get started, you need to grab your aloe vera plant, a sharp knife, a spoon, and a container to store the gel in. First, cut one of the leaves off the plant, and then slice off the outer rind of the leaf using your sharp knife, revealing the gel inside. Now, use your spoon to scoop out the gel and transfer it to the container. To use aloe vera as a rooting hormone, simply take your cutting from the plant you wish to propagate and remove the lower leaves. Dip the cut end of the cutting into the gel, ensuring that it's fully coated. Then, plant your cutting into a well-draining rooting medium and keep it in a warm, bright location out of direct sunlight. The cutting should root within a few weeks. Hands down, one of my favourite plant hacks is making a homemade water wicking system using a piece of string and a container of water, and in this video here I show you how to make it as well as a bunch more other hacks that will blow your mind, so make sure you click on the link and I'll see you there.